We've all experienced moments in life when we feel like we're at a crossroads, when the path ahead seems unclear or uncertain, times when the familiar is no longer comforting and the future feels like an uncharted territory. Sometimes it's as though we've fallen into a gap between worlds, a space where the old version of ourselves is fading and the new version hasn't quite materialized yet. This is what some call a gap between timelines, an in between space, a moment of transition. It's not always easy to recognize when you're in it, but if you're watching this, there's a good chance you're already in it, or you've been there before. And here's the truth: this gap, this space between timelines, is not something to fear. The concept of timelines is often abstract, but what does it mean to fall into a gap between them? At its core, timelines are the paths we walk, shaped by our choices, actions, and the energy we invest in them. The shift between one timeline and the next can feel like a disruption or a pause, but it is really just a period of alignment, a moment where you are being readjusted, refined, and guided to your true path. When you feel like you're in the gap, you might notice that things aren't flowing as they once did. Relationships, careers, even your sense of purpose may seem out of alignment. What used to bring you joy may feel dull, and what once made sense may now appear confusing. This is because you're in the process of shifting from one phase of life to another. In essence, this is a time of transformation. The old you, the version of yourself that was once rooted in a specific timeline, is dissolving. But don't worry, this is a necessary part of growth. Every shift, every change in direction, is meant to bring you closer to who you're truly meant to become. And here's something important your guides want you to know: you're on the right path. Even if it feels like you're wandering, even if you're not entirely sure where you're headed, trust that you are being guided. Trust that the universe is orchestrating everything in your favor, even if it doesn't always look like it in the moment. Much like the caterpillar goes through a process of dissolution before it emerges as a butterfly, you too are in a process of transformation. The discomfort you're feeling, the uncertainty, is simply the process of shedding the old and stepping into the new. There is beauty in this, even if it is not immediately apparent. Your guides, those energies, beings, and even aspects of yourself that have been walking with you on this journey, want you to know that this phase is temporary. The gap is not a permanent state, but a threshold, a bridge between where you've been and where you're about to go. In this gap, it's important to stay present. Don't rush to fill the space with distractions or pressure yourself to have everything figured out. Instead, take time to reflect. Allow yourself to rest. It's okay not to know the next step right away. Allow yourself to be open to guidance, to trust the process, and to surrender to the flow of life. While you're in the gap, the universe is working behind the scenes to align the right opportunities, people, and experiences to help you on your journey. Sometimes the best thing you can do is to stop searching and start trusting, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your guides want to reassure you that you are supported. You are being held, even if you can't always see or feel it. The universe has a way of guiding us even in the darkest moments. You may not have all the answers now, but in time, the pieces will come together. Your path will unfold, and you will move into the next chapter of your life, stronger, wiser, and more aligned than ever before. So, if you're feeling stuck or uncertain right now, know that this gap between timelines is temporary. Trust that it's part of your journey and that you are exactly where you need to be. Your guides are with you, cheering you on, helping you align with your highest potential. Remember, you are not lost. You are in the process of becoming, and the path that lies ahead of you is waiting to unfold in the perfect way. This script emphasizes the themes of trust, transition, and spiritual guidance, helping to reassure viewers during uncertain times. It can be paired with serene visuals to create a calming, reflective atmosphere. Trust the gap, trust the process, and most importantly, trust yourself. The best is yet to come. This extended version builds on the earlier themes and adds more personal and spiritual guidance, encouraging viewers to trust their inner process and embrace the transition with faith and patience. The visuals of nature, stillness, and gradual movement help to deepen the message of trusting one's journey. There is a wisdom in stillness, a wisdom in allowing things to unfold naturally. During these times of transition, this space between timelines, there can be a tendency to push or force things into motion, to try to rush ahead. But true transformation doesn't work that way. Transformation is like a flower blooming, it doesn't rush. It opens at its own pace, in its own time. And just like that flower, you are blooming. The gap is your incubation period. It's a time of nurturing yourself, allowing your soul to stretch and grow, even if the changes aren't immediately visible to the outside world. In the gap between timelines, you might be tempted to feel like time is slipping away, or that you're missing out on something important. But what if, instead of rushing to fill the silence, you allow yourself to rest in it? What if, in this space, you trusted that what's meant for you will not pass you by? That the universe has a way of ensuring that you are always on the right path, even when you can't yet see the destination? The universe operates in cycles, rhythms, and patterns. What might feel like stagnation or a gap is really just the space needed for alignment to occur. You might not see the big picture right now, but behind the scenes, everything is shifting. Your journey is being mapped out for you, and the pieces are being arranged. In time, you will look back and see that this moment, this gap, was an essential part of your evolution. Take a moment to reflect on your life. Think about times when you were uncertain, when things didn't make sense, only to find that later, you understood why things had to unfold the way they did. Your guides want you to remember this. There are no wrong turns, no mistakes. Everything that's happening right now is part of a larger picture that is still coming into focus. And when you feel lost or disconnected, know that these feelings are valid. They are part of the process. In fact, sometimes, it's in the moments of feeling lost that we discover more about ourselves. It's in the gaps where we get to pause, to realign, to look inward, and remember who we truly are. What if this is exactly where you need to be, right now, in this moment? A compass doesn't tell you exactly how to get somewhere, it just helps you find direction. Similarly, during this time of transition, it's not about having all the answers or the exact route to take. It's about tuning into your own inner guidance system. When you feel lost, trust that your inner compass, your intuition, your heart, will always point you in the right direction. It may not always be immediate, but the clarity will come, piece by piece. The gap between timelines is also an invitation to reconnect with yourself, to rediscover the parts of you that may have been buried beneath the noise of everyday life. It's a time to realign with your values, your dreams, your true desires. In the stillness, you can hear the whispers of your soul. In this quiet space, you are invited to ask yourself important questions. What do I truly want? What feels right for me? How do I want to show up in this next chapter of my life? As you sit with these questions, think of them like seeds being planted in the fertile soil of your soul. In the gap between timelines, these seeds need time to take root. They need patience, they need care, and they need trust that they will grow. The answers are already within you, waiting to emerge when the time is right. And as the days pass, your path will begin to clear. Slowly but surely, the next step will become evident. It won't be forced. It will unfold naturally, like the full moon rising, illuminating what was once hidden in the darkness. You are on the right path, always have been, and always will be. The universe, your guides, your higher self, they are constantly supporting you, even when it feels like the world is in flux. So, if you're standing on the edge of uncertainty, unsure of where to go next, take a moment to pause. Breathe. Trust that the gap you're in is not a void. It is the space where your next big step is being prepared for you. You are ready, even if you don't feel it yet. And when the time comes, you will know. You will feel the pull to move forward, and it will feel right. As you move through this space, remember, you are always being guided. You are always on the right path, even when it doesn't feel like it. The universe is conspiring in your favor. Trust the gap. Trust yourself. Trust the timing of your life. If you've resonated with this message, take a moment to honor yourself for being present, for being open to the journey. No matter where you are exactly where you need to be. And know that the universe is always unfolding in your favor. Take care and trust the path ahead. This continuation delves deeper into the themes of inner reflection, trust, and the process of personal growth. It emphasizes the importance of allowing things to unfold naturally while maintaining faith in one's inner guidance. The visuals, combined with the narration, offer a soothing and reflective experience for viewers.